Hey everyone, this is Joe from Dragon Fruit Dude, and today I'm going to give you some suggestion on which dragon fruit varieties you should start with if you're beginning out. I'm going to go over 5 different varieties that I've selected, and they're going to be based on the characteristics. One we call the Brix score, which is how much sugar is in the fruit. So how good does it taste? 2 is going to be, is it easy to grow? So is it self-fertile or not? And maybe even self-pollinating. And the last one will be the weight of the fruit, so how heavy the fruit's going to be. And I also wanted to get a lot of different colors, so I'm going to try to get one of every color. So let's go over the different types. Number 1 is called Delight. It's a pink fleshed fruit on the inside, and they weigh from about 3/4 to 1 pound when they're mature, which is about 300 to 450 grams, and it's self-fertile. So let's talk about self-fertile. That means when the flower blooms, you can use the pollen from that flower to pollinate itself. So you just take a little brush and brush around the flower and you're good. And the Brix score is 18, which means that when you take the liquid from the inside of the flesh and put it in a tool that measures the sugar content, so 18% sugar. Anything above 15 is good tasting. Number 2 is called American Beauty. It is a purple fleshed fruit on the inside, and the mature fruit weighs anywhere between 1/2 to 1 pound, or about 225 grams to 450 grams. It is also self-fertile, which means its own pollen can pollinate the plant. And on the Brix score, it's about a 19. So again, very sweet and delicious. Number 3 is Sugar Dragon. Sugar Dragon is red on the inside, and it's a relatively small fruit, so anywhere between 1/4 to 3/4 of a pound per fruit, so it's smaller. The Brix score, it does hit 19, so it's pretty high, and it also is self-pollinating, so again, you don't need to worry about getting pollen from a different dragon fruit. Number 4 is a white fleshed fruit, but it has a yellow skin on the outside. It's called Palora, and they're on the smaller side, about 0.8 pounds each, or between 300 and 400 grams or so. But what makes this one special is that the Brix score goes anywhere between 20 to 24, so it's one of the sweetest dragon fruits, and people have described it as tasting like sugar cubes. So I'm excited to grow that one and see what that really tastes like. It's also self-pollinating, so again, you just need to brush the flower when it opens. Now there's a little bit of a bonus here. We've been talking about self-fertile varieties, but some of these are also self-pollinating, which means instead of using a brush to brush the pollen from the anthers of the flower and getting onto the stigma, which is the boy and girl parts need to mix to make the fruit, some of them, the anthers are close enough to the stigma that they self-intermingle and self-pollinate. So I'm probably still going to pollinate them all myself by hand to make sure that they take, but if you get lazy, you could potentially rely on these self-pollinate themselves. And the 3 that we've chosen that are quote-unquote self-pollinating are the Palora, the yellow one, our purple one, which is American Beauty, and the Sugar Dragon also are self-pollinating, so we may get lucky and get some dragon fruits that pollinate themselves. So that's all of the fruit we have, so I'm glad we got to talk about that. And
wait, you said there were 5. Oh no, he's looking.
Okay, yeah, that was weird. But yeah, I forgot. I wanted to do a 5th dragon fruit, which is my challenge dragon fruit. And the reason why it's a challenge is because it's not a self-fertile dragon fruit. It's called self-sterile, which means its own pollen cannot pollinate itself and make fruit. You need to use the pollen from a different dragon fruit and pollinate this challenge dragon fruit. And the challenge dragon fruit is a purple fleshed fruit, and it's called Purple Haze. And the reason why I chose this one as the challenge fruit is because the fruit can grow up to 2 pounds each. So it's like between 900 and 1,000 grams. It's a huge fruit, so that will be so exciting to get that to grow. And on the Brix score, it can be around 19 or so. So it's very sweet. So I'm excited to see that, and excited for all these to come in and start them growing. And my goal is to have all these 5 dragon fruits out and slice them open, and you can see kind of the progression of color of the flesh as we got kind of a rainbow of dragon fruits. So excited to see if it all works.